It's just so funny. Like, I feel like a rich person, like, saying, like, it's so hard. Like, y'all, it's for real. Like, listen to me. And people just, like, really don't care about you. Like, I promise you, like, you can just get run over and they'll be like, cute. They don't. How can I put this without offending men? Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with unsolicited opinions, but this one is gonna be about pretty privilege and just like I can't take certain stuff serious. But anyways, this one's about pretty privilege and just like unpacking that. The goal of this video is just to like give more insight, because I think people have a very inflated idea of like what being a pretty woman is in society and how much benefits you get. And I just want to talk about the reality of things. What I talk about in this video, like I said, like I'm not here to talk about the positives of being pretty. Like, I don't know, you all know, so stop it. I'm just here to talk about like the reality or the downsides. So first of all, I'm gonna start it off slow.
I'm gonna scope the scenery out. Watch out.
Okay, seriously. Like, I know people are probably tired of me talking about like oppression and just certain demographics, but like I gotta chit chat. Like, it's my lived experience. Like, what do you want me to talk about? So first of all, I grew up in like a PWI area from just like literally up until high school, up until I left for college. And that plays such a big factor because like pretty privilege is not the same for every race, is not the same based on where you're at. So growing up, no, but I was not getting no privileges. I'm gonna be real. Being in a PWI, like I was still black, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm cute, but like I'm still black, so it's like it doesn't. Basically, I really want people to understand that like pretty privilege doesn't undo your situation. So if you're pretty but if you're in a racist town, girl, like you're still gonna experience racism. Like if you're pretty and poor, you're just gonna be pretty and poor. Like I feel like people think that being pretty just solves all your issues, but it really doesn't. Yeah, but also in general, not even just in a PWI, like genuinely, like pretty privilege is so different for the races. And I'm so sorry, like I have to keep it 100% real. The pretty privilege that Black women experience and the pretty privilege that other races experience are on two different planets. And that's all I'm gonna say about that one. But seriously, like, please get real. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, and then the idea that like, you know, being pretty, you can just snap your fingers and you can model, or you can get a sugar daddy, whatever, you know, like you could just like have life figured out. You don't need to do anything, is cap. First of all, like logistically, okay, all models are pretty, or like all sugar babies are pretty cool. All pretty girls are not models, and all pretty girls are not sugar babies. Most pretty girls are not models, and most pretty girls are not sugar babies. So literally, like most of these women are just like living their basic normal lives, just trying to exist, and people are just like trying to throw all these ideas at them and project, and oh, I just know that you, like, it's literally not that serious. But in general, like to cash out on that pretty privilege, you gotta cash out like on something. Like you gotta give that box up. Even in modeling, even though it's a much easier job, like you're not just gonna walk in a room and like get paid in your whole life, blah blah blah. Like the models be working hours, wearing uncomfortable dresses, starving themselves. Like, so like I said, like in comparison to a lot of other jobs, it is easier, but like you still have to do something. Like being pretty doesn't take you out of life. You're still in life, you still experience things, you still have to work. Like being pretty doesn't erase any of that. Just PS. All the extra attention that you get from being pretty is not fun. I'm gonna keep it so real. Like it's just so aggressively unfun. Like especially nowadays, like, you know, we're all anxious, woo-to-woo, like we're all antisocial, nobody's talking to each other. Like most of the times, obviously, yes, I go out, I get compliments too, but most of the time what happens is it's just a lot of people looking at me, and that's really uncomfortable. Like that's really anxiety inducing. Like I'm scared. But yeah, like obviously, like I know a little better now and I kind of know the reason, but like Like literally just imagine you just like walk outside tomorrow and everybody's just looking at you and like nobody is telling you anything. You would feel uncomfortable. You would not be like, oh, I'm so cute. You'd be like, literally, what is going on? And then honestly, the biggest message really that I could express about pretty privilege is the amount of jealousy that just follows you and just runs you over and just is in every single relationship and just always trying to derail you and just always trying to take you from yourself. But no, seriously, like the jealousy that you get for like purely just existing is psychotic. That jealousy like manifests in so many ways. Building relationships, like intimate relationships, is very, very challenging in general, whatever, but it's even more challenging because when you're trying to build a relationship with someone, I'm not even gonna go into dating right now. I'm gonna go into like platonic relationships. So me as a woman, right, I'm trying to be friends with the girls. If you're trying to be friends with someone that is either less attractive than you or doesn't know that they're attractive, they're insecure, because you know pretty girls can be jealous too, that jealousy makes them so callous towards you and so like not like you could fall off a cliff tomorrow. They're just gonna be like, girl, that's crazy. But anyways, this will happen to like there's so much literally like not care just because they're unhappy with that one little freaking fact. Jealousy, like seriously, jealousy is so like, it's just something not to play with. And I don't think words will ever do justice how much jealousy affects you, how hurtful it is, how harmful it is, and how dangerous it is. And yeah, seriously, all that elevated jealousy is not a good thing, and it is challenging to build actual genuine relationships with females as a female. Even if the person thinks they can handle it, something like, okay, you two go out, you're getting more attention than her, that could build into something. And people just like really don't care about you. Like I promise you, like you could just get run over and they'll be like, cute. Because all they see is that insecurity. So if that person either isn't attractive or doesn't feel attractive, every single time they look at you, literally all they see is like, you look good and I don't. And I wish I looked good because I know that if I looked good, like my life would be full. So it's just hard. People don't see you as a person and acknowledge you as a person. And already as a woman, like already as a woman, like you're gonna be objectified. I just can't, like life is just so crazy. But yeah, already as a woman, like honey, just out the gate, you're gonna be objectified and you know sexualized, all that. So already that's just gonna happen, period. But as a pretty girl, like it's on 10. It's just so funny, like I feel like a rich person like saying like it's so hard, like y'all, it's for real, like listen to me. It's very dehumanizing in a lot of ways because like with women, like you'll have people who want to be friends with you and want very, very surface level friendships, like just because you look good and just because they know that like, oh, if they're out with you, they're gonna get attention and blah, blah, blah. And like they have this fantasy, like build a friend group, baddie crew in their head. And so they're just trying to pluck you in to fit the mold. And like same thing, like when you go through real struggles, like they just don't care because they're just like, girl, you're just here to make us look good. And even with that, if you are more attractive than that girl, when you get more attention than she expected you to get, it turns right back to jealousy. And now you're mad, and now people mad, and we can't be happy no more. So many people see you as competition for no reason. Like you could be like, oh, I had eggs this morning for no reason. Oh, well, I had eggs, French toast, bacon. Like everybody's just trying to compete with you, and like literally no, girl. And with men, like if you're a girl, I don't have to tell you about objectification, girl, you know. But men like I feel like they dehumanize you a little extra because like they just see you as super, super unattainable or just like a challenge. And that leads me into my next little whatever, like dating. Like I feel like people think that dating is like a walk in the park for pretty girls and like we're living our best life and we just snap our fingers and get a relationship and blah, 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 blah. I'm not unaware that being pretty gives you more options. I'm not a liar. I'm not about to get in here and lie to you. So obviously I'm not unaware of that. in general, like I'm talking about general population, I'm not talking about like rich men, blah blah blah, like the 1%. I've never met them, so I don't know what they do. But like as a girl, I'm just a girl, but no, bro, as a girl just existing in the world, I deal with majority, right? I deal with average, I just deal with normal people. Cool. Normal people, normal men do not take pretty women serious. Everybody has it in their head that like every single pretty girl is talking to 37 million guys and 5 NBA players and 2 millionaires and 3 CEOs. Like they just have such this tainted idea of you already. So like half of them like won't even make the move, which is cool. It's a free country, go off. But also like a lot of the time they really just want to see if like would a girl that pretty actually talk to me. Like I just want to know, like they're not genuinely pursuing you because they're like, oh, like let me see her personality, let me see what she's like, blah blah blah. Like they're just like, okay, like could I actually bag somebody that pretty, yes or no? Yay or nay? And like with that, obviously they're not taking you serious. And then if you like are trying to be with an average guy and he's not like aggressively confident and he's insecure, that man, like that man's gonna do you bad. That man's gonna do you the worst. They don't, how can I put this without offending men? Already they don't think that they deserve you and they think that you're out of their league. So you giving them a chance, like that little shock factor wears off pretty fast and it turns into like, I need this girl to believe she's absolutely nothing so that she could stay with me. Obviously I'm not speaking for everyone, but I am speaking for the majority. Apologies in advance. But like, so that's what the dating scene is like. Like it's genuinely, it's pretty challenging to get taken seriously as a pretty girl in the dating scene. And if anybody who disagrees, please let me know your story and tell me the secrets in the comments. Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah, comment if anything I said was insightful, you know, like if you could relate, if you learned a little bit. Definitely comment because like, I don't know, like I'm thinking what you thinking, I want to know, so.